The essence of frameworks. A framework isn't a haphazard heap of parts. It's a deliberate weave, threads bound with purpose to chase a grand design. 3 pillars hold it firm: the pieces, the ties linking them, and the mission they serve. Picture the respiratory system. Lungs, diaphragm, oxygen, and vessels unite through air's rhythm and chemical cues, delivering breath to the bloodstream while shedding waste. Or a chess club. Players, a mentor, a board, and pieces connect via ancient rules, strategies, chatter, and moves, aiming for victory, joy, or sharpened wits. Perhaps all at once. Libraries, villages, workshops, tech giants, trade networks, birds, rivers, all frameworks. Rivers flow within watersheds, cradling streams and wildlife, nesting within Earth's vast tapestry, which nests within the cosmos's galactic embrace. Frameworks stack endlessly, layer upon layer. What isn't one? A scatter of pebbles on a path, unlinked, aimless. Pluck or add some, and it's still just stones. Remove a chess player or a lung, and the dance crumbles swiftly. When a creature's spark dims, its framework frays, its web unravels, feeding a broader ecological weave. Though its unique pulse fades, a tight-knit village hums as a social framework. A sterile high-rise stands apart until bonds form, birthing new harmony. Frameworks pulse with unity, mechanisms sustaining their whole. They shift, stretch, weather chaos, pursue aims, mend wounds, and guard their being with tenacity, even when forged from lifeless parts. Self-weaving, they heal through jolts, evolve over time, and spawn wild, unimagined kin. Beyond the pieces, an ancient proverb reimagined warns. Grasping 1 and 2 misses the plus, the glue that binds. Pieces dazzle. First, tangible, countable. A river boasts banks, currents, sediment, fish. Zoom in, and algae, minerals emerge. A theater troupe lists actors, scripts, stage, props. Each prop a framework of splinters. Pride in legacy or thirst for applause. Slips in too, cataloging spirals into infinite shards, blurring the whole, lost in reeds, missing the marsh. Lift the gaze to the ties, the lifelines knitting pieces alive. In a river, water flows. Oxygen swirls into gills, silt settles or sweeps. Sun warms. The surface, currents stir. Drought slows the pulse, banks hoard. Floods surge, roots grip. Not every thread maps fully, nor should that surprise. Pieces stand out, ties choreograph the unseen dance. In a troupe, audition calls, rehearsals, ticket sales, and trust cue the rhythm. Some ties concrete, like scenes unfolding. Others whispers, like rival buzz-spurring brilliance. These flows, action, insight, pulse as the framework's blood, steering its path. Deeper lies the mission, the heartbeat unveiled through motion, not words. A hawk's mid-air twists chase prey, not turns. A council touting clean rivers but skimping on effort reveals growth, not purity, as its North Star. A fridge hums to chill food, a vine climbs for fruit, a trade network sprawls for expansion, all endure by instinct. Missions defy single intents, tangling into outcomes no one wills. In a city, crime festers, not desired, yet woven from threads. Escape fuels fixes, profit drives trades, laws spark shadows, wealth gaps widen, bystanders turn away. Together, they birth a knot thriving despite dissent. Frameworks nest, missions within missions. A troupe dazzles while actors seek fame, directors prestige, treasurers seats. Misalign these, and chaos flares. Stars skip lines, flops chase art, budgets cut deep. Sinking small aims to the grand weave fuels thriving frameworks. Test the pillars, swap pieces, a troupe recasts, a river sheds silt, skin flakes. Yet the core holds, distinct, enduring through flux. Rewire ties, chess to checkers, river exhaling carbon, and it's a new beast. Flip the mission. Troops sowing despair, river choking the sea. And the soul shifts, even if pieces and ties linger. All pulse as one, yet missions steer, ties, flex, pieces sing loudest but lightest, unless a swap rewires or redirects the march. A new leader might nudge a village, but its rooted fields temper the pace. Reserves and tides. Nature's ledger. Rivers carving. Mountains stacking. Echoes time, complexity as memory's flesh, a naturalist mused. Reserves form a framework's spine, graspable, measurable pools, rainwater in barrels, geese in flocks, novels on shelves, trust in hearts, coins in vaults. Intangibles count too, patience, hope. Tides shape them. Inflows build, outflows drain. Births and losses, blooms and withers carving the stash, a living trace of past currents. A coal vein leaks to miners, refilling over eons, near one way, for now. A rain barrel swells with drizzle, spills with use. A grove's timber grows, shrinks with storms or saws. Felled logs stack elsewhere, flowing to markets. Master reserves and tides, their sway over time, and a framework's tale unfolds. A filled bucket tells it plain. Brimming, tap shut, spout sealed, it sits still. Yank the plug, it empties fast. Refill, open the spout, then match the tap to the leak halfway down. It steadies, a calm dance. Crank the tap wider, it climbs. Dial it back, it holds. Lower it, it ebbs. Simple. One pool, two tides. No fuss over evaporation here. Every sketch tames the wild. Truths emerge. Inflow tops outflow. Reserves rise. Outflow wins. They fall. Even, they hover. Balanced motion. Focus often locks on reserves. Inflows over outflows. A coal boom stretches fuel. Thrift stretches it too. Different. Hands, same hoard. A crew grows by hiring or retaining. A village by building or mending. Two levers, stark costs. Tides shift fast, reserves lag. Buffering jolts, steadying or slowing the dance. Big pools shrug shocks, filling or draining slow. Populations creep, timber stacks gradually. Barrels brim over days. A trade hub can't sprout mills overnight or swap steam for solar in a flash. Poisons linger long after spills. This crawl sets the tempo. Mills rise with bricks and skill, trees pace nature, wells heal at leisure, lags snag or steady. Deep soil endures rains, seasoned crews weather lean spells, dry wells dip slow enough to rethink. Sense the rhythm, and slow tides won't chafe. Lean in, and they steer like a wave's push to shore. Reserves unyoke inflows, from outflows, smoothing chaos. Refineries can't match every car's gulp. Groves can't sprout to saws. Tanks and forests steady the hum. Wells tame rivers. Silos and jars iron bumps. Choices pivot here. Too many planks spark sails. Thin. Pantries hit markets. Faltering grain shifts herds. Low wells ring alarms. Cash, oil, logs, smog. All watched, tweaked, balanced. Frameworks thrive as webs of reserves, tuned by tidal hands. Feedback's pulse. Every breath, every leap, seed to rocket, rides feedback's sway, a system sage echoed. When reserves soar, crash, or hold through storms, feedback loops often steer, steady patterns hinting at their tune. A loop spins when a reserve's shift tweaks its tides. In a garden, thick blooms scatter more seeds, swelling next season. A journal's pages sharpen thoughts, spurring more ink. Not all frameworks loop. Some flow straight, swayed by outer gusts, but looped ones dazzle, steady or wild. Balancing loops, the steady hand. Some loops anchor reserves, like tea sipped, to clarity. Energy dips, brew flows. Too wired, it skips. A gap from the mark nudges back. Balancing loops push against shoves, steadying the dance. A lantern dims fast in cold, slow in heat, settling to the tense mood. Fast, then easing, as the gap shrinks. Glaciers melt, kites drift, pulses beat, such loops abound. They don't always hit perfect. Signals lag, actions falter, yet they aim to hold. Reinforcing loops, the wild spiral. Others amplify, sparks to grass. Reinforcing loops pile on or starve, Laughter grows louder, rents climb with wages, bees spawn hives, bare hills shed soil. Sketching fuels love, where pieces multiply, crowds, cash, crops, these lurk. A seed bank at 3% to 9% leaps exponentially. Joy in savings, dread in weeds. A workshop's tools churn goods, funding more tools, growth's beat, or rust's ruin. Balancing loops steady, reinforcing one's rocket or raise. Test any choice, love, a leap, and loops whisper. Spot them, and the world shifts, not just A to B, but B's echo, cause reborn in the dance.